Okay, let's see if I can set this up here. See if you can see it half decent. It's been a while since I've done a video. Okay, so this is the lock right here, obviously, that we're dealing with. This is the back. The only difference between the back and the front is child safety lock right here. This is your power. This right here is where your motor is. So this sits like there, basically. This is an old one from the front. And you see, you got Renault, or Renault, as they say in France, or Renault here, and Nissan. So it's obviously used from something else. This is the company that I purchased the new motors and worm gears. The worm gear is right here. So this worm gear would sit maybe about here somewhere. This is what's going to open it. So also the other difference between this and the front is you've only got, this is a latch to open the actual mechanism. So when the mechanism is closed like this, when we pull this, you'll see this mechanism open. See as it opens. Now on the front door, you're going to have the manual override. That's right here. It makes it a little bit harder to take out from the car, not a whole bunch, but there'll be an extra mechanism right here that runs down here, which manually overrides this locking. You can actually hear that. That's the this one. This is what would be the little lock inside. The little thing you would press inside the car to lock and unlock it near your actual handle. And then this one right here is going to be the one that you would actually open the door with. So let me see if I can adjust this a little better to where I can actually somewhat see what's going on. Excuse me. So, okay. So you're probably going to ruin this seal a little bit. I don't know if it's going to make a whole bunch of difference, to be honest. And I probably don't have the best tools to take this thing apart. But you can see right here, there's a couple of little clips. This one's very slightly different on the back. It's separated halfway. So first of all, let's take the controls, which are the cables. So we'll lift this up. Lift this one up too. See, let's come up a little bit. There is. Ooh, cool. That is another one back here somewhere. There it is. Okay, so the controls should lift up now. They might be a little stiff, but they should lift up. There they go. Come on, there we are. So you can see the controls on the back side of this. When we put it back together, we'll take them out of this. So right now, we'll just take them out, put them there. So this is the two locks right here. This one's the one that opens the door. This one's the one that locks and unlocks the actual mechanism in here. So we're left with a whole bunch of these going all the way around. This is the first time I've opened a back one. I assume it's pretty much the same, but we're going to go around and lift up all these push pins. And I'm assuming this bit right here, oh, I forgot. We do have some, let's take these screws out. I forgot they have this. This one has one, the one on the front has two little Phillips screws. So the black cover is what's going to come off. There we go. Yeah, the other one has one right here. So we've got this one off right here. Yeah, so that's off. That's off. Well, you know what? This one is a lot different from the other one. I'll try and get it off of this piece right here. You're learning with me, so let's see what we can get right here. Okay. There we go. So we've got that off. All right. We may have to, like I said, break this seal right here because there's probably something that's holding it on there right here. Ooh. We lost a piece already. That's that bit right there. So you do have to be a little bit careful. We're going to have to ruin this little bit of a seal right here. So we can take this up. There we go. All right. There we go. So really you need to take this top bit off first. I thought it was all connected into this white bit, but this top bit. And this is very similar to the front. The front's just like that. So now, if we're lucky, we should get this to come off. Okay, so that's what we're left with. This, we'll put that right there. So, it looks like I did. This is very common. See, when you take it apart, usually this is what happens in the front. You see this bit's just resting right here. And that's not where that's supposed to be. So this actually sits right here. Ooh. We'll have to see if we can move this pin up so it's sitting there better. Yeah. And that looks right. So that actually sits there. It usually pops off. So what this does is, so when this opens, this can open and close that lock basically. You can see right here, it would get it back in there. All right, it sits right there. So when this lock opens right here, it can push up on this mechanism right there. See it moving this, where my finger is. It's very common for this bit to come unclipped. There's also, you know, see the little spring piece has to sit underneath that little lip. I think this may have come out a little bit, only because I think they're supposed to sit down a little bit further than that. Yeah, that's definitely supposed to sit down a little further than that. So, because that will push this too, and it's supposed to be on the bottom. So, while we were fooling with it, this bit kind of came off a little bit by the looks of it. So we gotta try and lower that piece. That's why people don't really like taking them apart, because, you know, it's a little finagly, I guess. And you know, I'm not even using really the right tools to be doing this, I would have thought. Looks like it's in there, right? So, again, this one doesn't have a switch here. The front will have a little switch right here, but you can see right here, if I move this, that's moving this mechanism out of the way. So you can see right here, as we push this up, that's not going to allow it to hit this little white bar. And then, you know, if we push this forward, you see this will actually allow it to hit that white bar. And you can see it's opening and closing that white bar. Right here is kind of a little difficult. So when we click it this way, see it just misses this little white bar right here. I unlock it. Oh. Come off of there. I got my finger on it, that's why. Yeah, so when you lock it right there, see now it engages here and allows this to open. Now this is very common for us to fall out. My front one did this, and I spent maybe half an hour trying to work out where it went. So, but now you know that's where it went. The only thing I'm kind of seeing right here, which this bar right here is going to open your door from the inside. And this doesn't really feel like it's going to connect to that, right? We'll change this and I'll see if it works. Because this arm should come up and hit that. And I mean, it looks like it's all the way down on the plate, but it looks like it would probably miss this. So, and this is definitely all the way in. So let's change the motor real quick. This is relatively simple. You're gonna lift it up. Now these little tiny contacts might come with it. So I think last time what I did is I just kind of helped them push down with a pair of pliers whilst I was trying to ease it up. You see how they're trying to come up with it. You want them to stay down. See it almost lift these all the way up. See the contacts are trying to come up with it. So Let's see if we can. That one did come up with it, as you can see. So, all right, this one's going to go right there. You can see it just pushes into these little contacts. So the motor fell out. I'm sure the worm gear fell out somewhere. Where did that little worm gear go? There it is. So here's the little worm gear. So this sits in it like this. And we'll, you see it's just two little holes right here that these two pins go into right here. So what you do is you'd get your new one out of your packet. This packet's not the easiest packet to open either. I've already opened these. That's why it looks like they've already been opened. Usually comes with a little thing, a piece of grease. Still got the grease from the first one, so we're probably gonna need that. And you see, same thing, little worm gear. You can see you got the two little connectors right here. So what you'll do is you'll set this down in here. See the little connectors there, you're gonna push down till they engage. There we go, that's engaged. And that's your new motor in right there. Just make sure the gear sets down, which it is. Get a little bit of grease. Put it around your gear set. I'm gonna put a little bit around here too, where this stuff moves. Doesn't have to be a whole bunch. Doesn't have to be crazy. And that's replacing that. That's that done. Like I said, in the front you have a little actuator that's inside of here that goes up and down for the key lock, because you know your front's gonna have a key lock. This one doesn't have that. So again, quick rundown. We've got this will always fall out. This whole piece right here will fall out, and it just sits back down in here, and the spring just sits over the top of it right here, like I did. It's very simple to put back in, and all it's doing is it's bridging the gap between the open and close mechanism, which is here, and you can see right now that's going to allow us to push that up. Now if we unlock it, sorry, we push this forward. Is it forward? Yeah, push that forward. You can see now this is away from this pin, so when we push up, that just misses it, and it's not going to allow this mechanism to open. And this is the manual lock for inside the car. You go push it back here. Job done. And again, see, that's usually what happens. See how it's popped out? So we push that back in there and make sure the spring is still underneath this little lip. You know, obviously there'll be a plastic covering. See, if I hold it, it's usually whenever the cover comes off, and obviously this will be the door locked. This will be us pushing it, and you'll see this open. See. I think it's just as you lifting this up, it pops this little piece off because it's kind of just resting there. The back is definitely a little bit easier than the front, but the front really wasn't that bad. And we kind of have to wound. And obviously you see this little piece right here. This wouldn't be on the front lock. This is your child lock. So by the looks of things, this is gonna sit in right here and bridge. Oh, that's why this is different. This is gonna sit in here and bridge the gap. So you know, when this is locked or unlocked, it's not gonna allow this to hit this, so the kids can't open the door internally. That's why I was having kind of a hard time with it just now. I was like, why is that not touching? Because, you know, as we move this will move around with it. So let's see. We can work out how that goes on there, because it's very slightly different to the other one. Like I said, I don't know if it sits inside of that pin or not. So we are about learning together right here. Let's see. I'm going to try and put it inside that pin and move this over a little bit, maybe. Let's try that. Okay. And this should just clip back around if we get it right. Oh, saying that, I guess the way this goes and this one's very slightly different too. So what I need to do is go in at an angle. Okay, so push that, make sure that's back down. This actually has a lip on this one, like it goes, there you go. Okay. So we set that back on the backstop, so this now should, when I say by the backstop, you can see how it's resting up against this metal piece. So now we should be able to get this to go in. There we go. See now how this is there. This is locked down. This is locked down. Let me see right here if this will. That's not doing nothing. Okay, so here we go. See, when this is down now, see how this, we lock this door, this ain't gonna do nothing. See, now if we put this in the way, when we pull this, it should open that door. Maybe not. Let's have a look. Okay, so open it that way. Maybe this is locked. Yeah, this is the only bit that's slightly different from the other one. It didn't have this little piece right here. It doesn't seem to be. So this is unlocked right here. Pull this forward. This unlocks. So I should unlock this. Yes. So we know that's right. So if we lock it again. Something's around the wrong way right there. Something's not right there. So this, pop this cover back up again, and we're probably gonna lose our little pin piece, like I was telling you, which is a good. We can show you how to do that again. That makes any sense. Okay, no, it's still in there. So the only bit I'm a little confused about is right here. I didn't really want to drop that too much. Again, like I said, this is the first time I'm doing the rear. I've done the fronts. And right now you're learning with me, so. We're learning together. We're learning to make mistakes together right here. So, it should still be locked, which it is. I'm still not getting no. So I'm thinking this way, is it locked? No, there we go. Okay, it worked. I didn't have the minerals to do it with a screwdriver, so we take this cable out of here, we might be able to grab it. So we grab it here now, put it here, and so I kind of pull it. See how that unlocked that. And then if we push this down with a child lock and we lock this in place, this now won't allow us to, see, it just goes past that point. It's not going to allow us to do anything. The minute we do that, if we can grab hold of it hard enough, see, it allows it to open. So, okay, so we worked that out together. So that was the only kind of trickier bit. So to go over everything, this is your latch from the outside. So So your door handle on the outside of the door. This is your latch that you would open the actual door from the inside. And this one right here that moves back and forth is the little flicker switch. So some cars will have like a little knob you pull up and down to show it's locked. On the Nissans, you have it near the door handle. It's like a little lock-unlock manual. And this right here is your, obviously your motor right here for your electric, and these are your positive and negative on there. No switch on this one. And that's pretty much about it. So, you know, like I said, now, you know, if we flick this forward, that would be like us locking the door. So now when we push right here, it's not going to do anything. You know, it's, you know, if this door's locked, you know, well, it will actually. No, it won't. So you can see it's not doing anything. Now, if I move this forward, we should see this lock open. Did I lock it down? Oh, I didn't even lock it down. That's why. So, okay, now it's locked down. So now when I do this, see it locks, unlocks. So, like that. So, and the same if I lock it again and I pull it this way. You see how it moves forward to let us open the door. So I guess what we'll do now is we'll put that little Phillips screw in if I can find it. It's usually stuck to the motors. Not very organized on this bench at all. There it is. I'll screw this thing out. And that's what we got. This bit's actually pretty simple. This one we'll just clip over the top and clip down. This one's kind of a pain in the butt. I like to take the cables out of this. So this one with the little T handle is the one that's going to go on the bottom, and we'll sit this about snug here. See where it sits up against this back spacing. You don't want it too far forward. You want it right back. And we'll take the other one out here, and this little nipple piece is going to face down. So we're going to face that down. We'll push it in there, and we'll do the same thing. We're going to try and get these cars, man. They awkward as hell. I hate working on cars. Okay, let's see if we can get this a little better. So that's going to sit in there. This damn thing going to sit in there. We can get it to stay there for more than 5 seconds. So, okay, so both of these should be as far back as you can get them on here. So they will clip on the little clips here. So we'll see if we can get it the first time around. Probably not. Just because it's kind of oh no, we did get it the first time around. There we go. I won't try and keep them connected to this plastic piece and put them on the body. Trust me, that's not going to work. Been there, done that. So right here we've got the lock and unlock. And this is what's going to open your door right here. Hopefully. See if it works. Lock this over. Let me pull this bottom one, it should. Will it lock? So unlock it. Push this forward. There we go. See. Alright. So you get these pieces, throw those away. And I guess we'll go to the car and see if we can get it to go back in and lock and unlock and all that good stuff. Yeah, put you on pause. Yes, I'm gonna try. I don't know how well you're gonna be able to see because I'm kind of got you on a crappy mount right here. I think it's probably just gonna fall off. Okay, I don't know. Again, I don't know how well you're going to be able to see all this. But we're going to give it a try. Let me see if I can set you. So, you know, this is going to be your switch for your, for this plug. So I'm going to set it in this way. This right here is coming from your outside lock. So what we're going to do is it kind of goes this way. So we'll click this down in there, we'll click this down here, and that's that pretty much done. Now, that's the fun part. So going to go down in here. Now remember, I undid this so we could flex this out and get these cables through a little bit. See if I can give myself a little bit more room. I may end up getting in the way a little bit. I apologize. I'm going to set these cables kind of through this way so they can go up onto these little clips. And that's why we had to undo the little 10 mil right here to get some gap. So excuse me, I'm probably going to get in the way a little bit. It's me just putting these cables up past that. So the plug right here should come here. We're going to put these cables in this little white thing right here. So and then, you know, we've got the child lock right here. And from this we should be pretty close. To where we need to be. See if we can just put one of these in. Start it a little bit. Yeah, what the heck, let's just put them all in. I'm just going to buzz them up gently with this because this will probably dent the, if we do it just nice and gently. Okay. So you want to see what the lock right here where we can lock it and unlock it. This plug's going to go in here. This is for your actual, the electronic side of it. We've got your two cables coming up here. It's going to go to the handle. This is actually supposed to go this way, but let's go through that. Actually, these will go through this, like so. So it's like we're everywhere. So again, we'll test the lock, make sure it's okay. So we'll lock it down, pull it from here, see as we got it to unlock. And we'll do the same with the outside handle to make sure it's working. You have to take my word for it, it is. And then if we pull this right here, I don't know if you can see, pull this top one, that should be the internal lock. So from now, when we grab this handle, it shouldn't do anything, which it didn't. I don't know if you can see it, but it don't. And if we pull this back out again, you should see right here that it opens. Now if we put the lock on right here and this is closed, see how this doesn't do anything. Move it up, now we've got it to unlock. I'm going to try and put the door panel in where you can see it. Let me see, should be able to see most of it. So if you look in here, you've got the little ball one's going to go in here and the little T-handle one's going to go in here. And it's going to click in, you're going to click it in first and then click the back piece, which is these little white plastic pieces right here, into that. I left the switches in. You can't take these off, but that's what that one plug's going to be for. So let me see if I can get that done real quick. See if I let this hang so I can get you to see what I just did. So you can see we just click the white pieces in here just to hold them tight. And then that plug's just going to go in this plug right here. That's pretty simple. You probably don't need to see that. Be really gentle with these, I won't break them. Okay, so we get the plug socket in. I'm going to rest this up here like so. I'm just going to put maybe, get it about lined up and just maybe see if we'll just give it a quick. Now the moment of truth. Let's see if we can get the, see if the electronic door lock, which you should see right here, will open or close. And we can see, you probably heard it. So now, as you can see, that's locked. You see, I unlocked it. Locked. You have to press it twice to unlock these backs. Unlocked. You see this side doesn't work. Let me see, I've got to get through the other side. You see right here, when I unlock it, see it's not doing anything. So that's basically how you do that. And then what we're going to do is just pop all these in just by, you know, hitting it like that. 10 mil here, 10 mil here, and it's exactly the same on the front. I don't have to do the front other side over here because it's done, but the mechanisms are basically the same. You can message me. I took some pictures. It's always a good idea to take pictures when you take stuff apart. And then you got a couple little covers. This one goes in here. You got another one that goes right there, and that's basically it. You are good to go. Now these mechanisms here from Nissan, man, they're like 140 bucks a piece. Now those little motors, $17 a piece. So that's a lot cheaper. So 2012, well actually 2020 Nissan Altima. I think it's the same for most of the Nissans. I think they're all bad. But all I had was a 10 mil. I think it's a Torx 20 right there on that.